Lab number 28. In this lab we will be finishing our mobile application development of CNN RSS app. And first of all, we will prepare icon and splash screen for our app. So let's go to our host system folder lab28 files and copy those 3 files that are there inside our download folder here. So next thing for us is actually to move one of the images there, and I'm talking about thumbnail, to our dev workspaces CNN MFP apps CNN RSS common folder and images folder there, and we will replace the existing thumbnail, and we'll also remove icon here and copying thumbnail and pasting it again with the icon name. So those two actually are responsible for our application icon inside MobileFirst Platform console. So if we will now do build and deploy, we should see the changes in operational console. So let's go to the console and check if our icon is now updated. Yeah, so on the top you now see the new CNN icon that is here. And next thing for us is actually to prepare Android icons. So the way how it works, actually inside Android native folder you already have a folder called res, and inside you have a different icons and splash screens based on resolution. So in our case, the main one, splash 9 PNG, which is 9 patch image, and this one actually is really scalable, responsible for all resolutions, and it will scale accordingly by those ages. So if you don't know what is 9 patch image, you can just read about it, and links are provided in description to this lab. So we will just replace this one by the one that we already prepared for us, in order not to spend time on this splash screen preparation part. And we will also replace icons specifically for our device, and our device is XHDPI resolution, so we will just replace the icon here, and this should do the trick. We can also make it a bit different way. So the second option, instead going to native, will be to go to native resources folder and place our files there. So in drawable and XHDPI and everything, this is the second option, but in order to do it faster, we just did as I showed. So next thing for us is to do build and deploy once again. And while it's doing, we will launch our Android emulator. Okay, so next step actually will be to go to our Android folder, I mean native folder, and do debug to prepare a new version of our app. And then install D. So now after our app is installed, we should see the icon there in emulator. Yep, and here it is. So this is our CNN application. So let's launch it. As you can see, splash screen is also changed. So we have CNN logo there in the middle, and basically we don't see any news. Let's try to refresh. Yeah, so after refresh, they're working. So the reason for that basically is because our work light init's done after we are trying to get the information from adapter. So in order to avoid this issue while we are trying to call adapter without the common init, we need to make sure that any action with the MobileFirst Platform server will be done after initial initialization. So in order to do that, we will do the following. We will take the code from our main file. So this part, well, client connect, that doing a server connection. And actually what we will do, we will do this initialization is inside our controller. So we will do the following. We will create a new function, well, init options, and call back on success. We'll do this via client connect, and it's instead of grabbing get data right here at the bottom, we will do it inside our on success callback. So if everything will be successful, only then we will grab get data. And of course this init options, sorry, I forgot to include s, should be also called. So we will do it right here. And we'll do the following, well, clients init, and we will pass those init options as parameters. So just like this, and then we should exclude our main file from initialization. So this is not needed anymore. We will delete it, and main.js can be also deleted. And then don't forget to save the changes in controller, and let's do build and deploy to see what's happening. So I will go back. Okay, so it's built and deployed. Let's relaunch our app once again. So as you see, everything is working. We have our news here with a description with everything, and we also completed the icon part, and we completed the splash screen. And on this step, our main work is mostly done. So everything else, like application optimization, like changes in JavaScript, so instead of calling regular JS bundle, for example, for Ionic, we should call minimized versions, or minified, I mean. The same for CSS, and we should exclude from building everything that is inside lib in non-minified ways. So, for example, those things like Ionic bundle, Ionic Angular, and everything should be excluded, so we should leave only minified ways here. Minified files, it will cut the space required for our app significantly. And then we will need to do concatenation and minification of our code using MobileFirst Platform tools. And actually this is part of build settings, but we will cover these topics later on in our other development app series. So on this moment, our simplest app development is finished. So we completed the series of 8 labs and created without kind of having anything prepared before we created from scratch fully functional RSS news reader. So this is a really good sign, and thank you for staying with us. Thank you for doing those lab series.